Hey guys, I just wanted to jump on here really quick, and go over how do we listen to our bodies and what are some detox symptoms and how to manage the weekends. I meant to come on here yesterday, but I ended up getting a perm, and I couldn't take myself seriously for a little bit, so I had to take yesterday off. But today I do want to jump on here and say, first of all, congratulations on making it to day 6 of the cleanse. Hey Carly. Hey. Day 6, guys. That's awesome. I hope you've been, doing your best with weaning off of specific substances this week, and clearing your kitchen. And I know in the last video we talked about the PDFs on the app that we have, the Coach Connect app, the 2 different PDFs that might be able to help you with your cravings and with clearing your kitchen. I also wanted to shout out everyone who's been doing this cleanse with me. I want to shout out Camille. Hey Josh, hey Carly, I'm so glad you guys are on here with me. I want to shout out Camille, I want to shout out Carly and Josh and Lucy and Marley and Mac. You guys are absolutely amazing. And we're all on such different spectrums of our lifestyle goals and our health goals and who we are right now. And so it's been so awesome being able to watch you guys go through these first 6 days. And I see all the work you've been putting in, and I really appreciate you guys for, diving into this and doing your best, because it's been awesome. Let's see. Yes, we talked about, the 2 different PDFs that we have on the app for clearing the kitchen clutter, and the craving swap, which gives you substitutes for foods that you might be craving and, nutrients your body might be asking for instead. I also advise you to go shopping sometime this week. I know a few of you have already, but you still have time to do this, guys. I went to Smith's and Winco. I know Carly and Josh are in a completely different state, so that might sound super weird for you, but that's where I went and got my groceries. And I was able to, really get a lot of things. I've been mostly just experimenting with my recipes and I love experimenting with food, and I love showing you guys different recipes that are not on the, the manual and the app itself. So yes, honestly, I've been feeling a little tired and a little bit emotional these last few days. Probably lack of caffeine and chocolate, honestly. But I know a few of you have so much energy. I know some of you are cranky. A lot of you, haven't felt much change. We're all so different. So what I want to talk to you is about how do we honor our bodies right now? Because we have all of these emotions, or not emotions, or so much energy. So how do we honor our hunger? How do we honor our fullness? And I want to say first, right off the bat, you should not be hungry during this cleanse. I don't want you to be hungry. If you're hungry, go eat anything you want. I would rather you eat a slice of toast than decide not to eat something. And I would just rather you guys be eating, because, there's so many different nuts and seeds and berries and, fruits and veggies that you can be eating and snacking on during this cleanse that I really want you guys, I would rather you guys eat than be hungry. Okay. So first, right off the bat, what I wanted to say. Okay. I also want to touch on, what you eat is only part of this big picture of our whole lifestyle health goal picture, because we also want to look at how we're eating. Okay. In other words, who are you being when you eat? Do you eat when you're not hungry because you're, programmed to eat during lunchtime? Do you eat too little or too much for your body's energy needs? So in terms of honoring your hunger, think of your stomach as a gas tank. And I know Carly knows this. The gas light comes on before you reach an empty tank, right? So your stomach is the same way. It starts signaling you when you're hungry. And that's when you need to start preparing to eat. You don't wait until you can eat a horse, okay? Or, you'll run the risk of choosing an unhealthy food option just because you really need to fulfill that need, that sense of fulfillment, the sense of feeling full. We have to make sure we're recognizing the hunger and honoring your hunger. If your body is hungry, please feed it, okay? So what lets you know that you'll be hungry? Like for me, it's usually just like some tummy rumbles. I feel like a little light. I'm like, oh, it's been like a couple hours. Okay, I think I might have to go start making a meal. Like right now, I've got some rice on the stove because I know in like 10 minutes that rice is going to be my saving grace. As for honoring your fullness, we want to eat until we are satiated, not stuffed. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like so stuffed you have to like unbutton your pants, we want to land at a 7, okay? And this is a good way to make sure you don't overeat when you're like having a meal is after a few bites, just set your utensil down and take a few breaths. Let your stomach catch up. Your stomach is a few minutes behind your mouth. You can tune in to where you're at, see where your stomach's sitting, and then you can either keep eating or save the rest for later, because remember, we have to cook once, eat twice. That'll save us so much time in the future. And also, you know, food is meant to make us feel nourished and energized, not lethargic. Like if you're, after a meal, if you're just sitting down and you're just like, I can't move anymore, that's not the point, right? You were eating because you were like hungry, so you could keep going on through the day. So remember, you want to eat until you're satiated, not stuffed, and remember to, you know, honor your hunger, honor your body, guys. I also want to talk a little bit more about detox symptoms. In most cleanse programs that are well designed, like this one, you don't need to feel like crap. Okay, that's not what I want. But you will be experiencing some symptoms. After all, you know, your body is removing toxins. So some symptoms may include increased body odor, bad breath, fatigue, headaches, irritability, chilliness, dry lips, and dry skin. That's if you're dehydrated, constipation, and increased mucus discharge, okay? If you're experiencing strong, unpleasant symptoms, it may be an indication that your tissues are releasing toxins faster than you are eliminating them. So I want you to refer to the section on the HCI manual, pages 32 to 34 for different suggestions on how to cope with these challenges, okay? It includes belly breathing on the toilet. It includes belly massages, laxative teas, you know, the flaxseed cocktail recipe on there are all really great ways to ensure that you're doing your best for your body to, you know, help it release all of these toxins. So I also encourage you to start working your way up to 2 liters of water a day, if not more, especially if you're working out. It's definitely needing to be more, but, you know, carry your water bottle with you wherever you go, drink as much as you can, because we want to make sure we're eliminating all of the toxins. And since it's the weekend, I want you to remember that you're in charge of what you put in your body. You know, often others are insecure about us wanting to focus on our health and like doing good for ourselves. And sometimes they try to make us feel bad, or they try to guilt trip us in, you know, not partaking of the food that they made, or, you know, the drinks that they have. So a good tip for me that's worked for me is eat before you go out. That's always been my thing, because my family does not eat well at all. They like their red meats and, you know, breads and pastas, and I always make sure I eat before I go. And then you can always bring a drink, bring a yerba mate, bring a ticino or whatever it's called. Bring something with you so you can say, no, I have my own, thank you though. And, you know, this doesn't have to be like a confrontation, like angry thing. It's like, no, thank you for thinking of me, but like, I'm okay, I'm on a cleanse. If you want to say it, say it. But you know, this is your life, and you're allowed to set aside distractions and enjoy a party without having to partake in everything involved. So yeah, I just wanted to jump on here and tell you guys that you're amazing. You're doing so good. This next week is going to be so much fun. I am going to be posting a lot more recipes of things that I'm going to be making, because I love experimenting with food. So I love you guys. I'm so proud of you for getting this far, and I'm so excited for, you know, what next week is going to bring. Have an awesome day.